You will never look at the night sky the same way after this video. Because the darkness you see up there is not empty. It is watching. And 50 years ago, we screamed our location into the dark. Did we just make the biggest mistake in human history? It started with a lunch. 1950. Los Alamos, New Mexico. A group of the world's smartest physicists sitting together, eating, laughing. And then Enrico Fermi, almost to himself, asked a question that nobody could answer. Where is everybody? 3 words. That's all it was. But those 3 words have haunted science for 75 years. Because the universe is almost incomprehensibly large. And the odds of us being the only life in it are basically impossible. So they should be out there. Thousands of civilizations. Maybe millions. Some of them billions of years older than us. A civilization that old could have crossed the entire galaxy before humans even existed. So we listened. For decades we pointed our best equipment at the sky and listened. Nothing. Just silence. And that silence is terrifying. There is an answer to Fermi's question. And it is the most disturbing idea in all of modern science. It goes like this. Picture the universe as a vast forest at night. No light. No sound. Just darkness in every direction. Every civilization in that forest is a hunter. Armed. Alone. Afraid. And every hunter knows one thing. If something finds you before you find it, you are already dead. So nobody moves. Nobody speaks. Nobody makes a sound. Because the moment you do, something will come for you. Not out of hatred. Not out of evil. Out of pure survival. This idea has a name. A Chinese physicist and science fiction writer, Liu Cixin, called it the Dark Forest. And it is not just a story. It may be the only logical explanation for why a universe this old, this enormous, is completely silent. Every civilization out there already understood this. And then there is Earth. Since 1901, we have been leaking radio signals into space. Television. Military radar. Satellite transmissions. All of it bleeding outward at the speed of light. Right now, a sphere of human noise 240 light-years across is expanding through that dark forest. We didn't whisper. We didn't hide. We lit a fire in the middle of the dark and went to sleep. Here is something nobody talks about. We may have already found them. In 2015, a team of astronomers noticed something wrong with a star. Not a theory. Not a simulation. A real star, 1400 light-years away, was behaving in a way that broke every rule of known physics. Its light was dropping. Not gradually. Not in a pattern. Randomly. Dramatically. By up to 22%, then recovering, then dropping again. No planet causes that. No dust cloud perfectly explains it. No natural phenomenon we know of behaves that way. Scientists called it Tabby's star. And quietly, in their papers, some of them wrote 2 words they almost never write. Alien megastructure. A civilization so advanced it built a structure around an entire star, harvesting its energy. From Earth it would look exactly like what we were seeing. The debate never ended. The mystery never closed. But that was a star acting strange from 1400 light-years away. Something we could only watch from a distance. 2 years later, the next one didn't stay at a distance. It came to us. In 2017, something entered our own solar system from interstellar space. Not from a nearby star. From somewhere else entirely. The first object ever confirmed to have traveled between star systems. It was flat. Thin. Tumbling. Like nothing we had ever seen. And it was accelerating. No engine. No exhaust. No gas trail. Just speeding up. On its own. The world's leading astronomer at Harvard University, not a conspiracy theorist, not a blogger, published a paper saying the most rational explanation was alien technology. A light sail. Pushed by a beam from another civilization. Most scientists rejected it. But here is what nobody could do. Nobody could prove him wrong. If NASA called a press conference tomorrow and announced they had found life on Mars, bacteria, microbes, anything at all, that would be the most terrifying news in human history. Not exciting. Terrifying. Here is why. Somewhere between a dead rock and a civilization that can travel between stars, there is a wall. Scientists call it the Great Filter. A barrier so deadly that almost nothing survives it. We know it exists because the universe is 13.8 billion years old, and it is completely empty of advanced life. Something is stopping civilizations from making it. The question that changes everything is this. Did we already cross it? Or is it still waiting for us? If the filter is behind us, then we are the miracle. Life itself is almost impossible. We survived something that destroyed everything else. The road ahead is open. But if the filter is ahead of us, then out there, right now, are the ruins of thousands of civilizations. Species that evolved. Built cities. Looked up at the stars. And then, silence. Gone. No trace. No signal. Nothing. Nuclear war. Runaway AI. A virus. Something we haven't even imagined. A disaster so total it leaves the universe unchanged, as if they never existed. Now back to Mars. If we find life there, life that evolved completely independently from us, it means life is not rare. It forms everywhere the conditions are right. Which means the filter is not the beginning. Which means it is the end. Which means every civilization before us hit it. And we are next. The silence up there is not emptiness. It is a graveyard. So let's go back to where we started. A dark forest. Hunters everywhere. Nobody making a sound. And one species, young, naive, full of hope, that lit a fire and started singing. That species is us. Right now, tonight, while you watch this, a signal we sent into space in 1974 is still traveling. Still expanding. Crossing star systems we have never seen. Reaching places we cannot imagine. We cannot take it back. It is already out there. Maybe that is fine. Maybe the universe is empty and we are alone and our signal will travel forever and find nothing. That would mean we are the rarest thing in existence. The only ones who ever looked up and asked why. Or maybe the forest is full. Maybe something already heard us. Maybe something is already moving. We won't know for years. Decades. Maybe centuries. But here is the thought I want to leave you with. Every civilization in this story, every hunter hiding in the dark, they all started exactly where we are right now. Young. curious, looking up. And then one day, they learned the rules of the forest. The question is, did they learn it in time? Did we? So what do you believe? Are we alone, or is the forest full? Type alone if we're the only ones. Type not alone if something's out there. If these are the questions that keep you wondering, subscribe to Phandoro Explorers, and keep exploring the edges of everything with us. There's always another journey waiting.